All right, let's dive right in. Today we're breaking down a really compelling guide called 30-Second Seduction. It's all about the incredible power of a first impression and how to make those first few moments absolutely count. So let's start with the big question here. Can you really truly make or break a potential connection in just 30 seconds? I mean, that's less time than it takes to tie your shoes. It's a pretty bold claim, so let's see what's behind it. At the core of this whole thing is what's called the 30-second rule. Now, this isn't some magic trick or a secret formula. It's just the simple, powerful idea that people form a major, often lasting opinion of you almost instantly. Mastering that tiny window is the whole game. Okay, so why? Why do those first few seconds carry so much weight? It's not just a catchy idea for a book title. This is something that's actually wired deep into our psychology. You know, it really boils down to a survival instinct. Our brains are hardwired to size people up in a flash, to categorize them as safe, interesting, or maybe someone to steer clear of. That first impression is your one shot to land firmly in that interesting category. So, how do you pull that off? Well, funnily enough, it actually starts way before you even say hello. We have to talk about your inner game, that internal mindset that is the absolute foundation of attraction. I love this quote because it just nails it. Confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, about genuinely owning who you are. When you truly believe in yourself, other people can't help but feel it too. And this is so important. There's a huge difference between being authentic and just trying to impress someone. We've all seen it, right? Putting on a show just comes across as insecure. But embracing your genuine interests, your little quirks, that's magnetic. Leaning into who you really are is so much more attractive than pretending to be someone you're not. Part of building that inner confidence is also knowing the common traps to avoid. Things like overthinking your opening line until you sound like a robot, or texting so much you seem needy. Of course, there's the classic friend zone blunder, which usually comes from being too passive. And hey, first impressions are visual, so letting your appearance slide can be a real setback right from the start. Okay, once you've got that mindset right, it's time to put it into action. Let's move on to the practical stuff, the art of the approach. This is where your confidence actually does the talking. Before you just walk up to someone, you have to develop your social radar. You gotta read the room. Pay attention to body language. Are people open and relaxed, or are they closed off? Notice the flow of conversation. Is it a good time to jump in? Look for the simple stuff, like a smile. That's a universal green light. And when it comes down to it, you just gotta trust your gut. So when you're ready to make your move, please ditch the cheesy pickup lines. They don't work. Instead, think of things that actually spark a real fun conversation. A simple would you rather question can be great, or a genuine compliment about something unique you noticed. Even sharing a quick, funny story about your day can make you instantly relatable. And don't forget, a huge amount of communication is totally nonverbal. The way you stand can project confidence. Holding eye contact for just a split second longer can create a real connection. Subtly mirroring someone's movements is a classic way to build rapport, and even a light, appropriate touch on the arm can convey more warmth and interest than words ever could. And remember, this is a two-way street. You should be looking for these signals in return. Is their gaze lingering on you? Are they mirroring your posture? Are they finding little reasons for light physical contact? If they're engaging in some playful teasing, that's a huge sign that the connection is mutual. Making a great first impression is awesome, but it's the starting pistol, not the finish line. So how do you actually go beyond those first 30 seconds? Because the real goal here is to build a genuine connection. Think of it as a journey. It all begins with that initial spark. From there, you fuel it with engaging, fun conversation. And after that, you start to build a real bond through shared experiences. All of that is what eventually leads to a deeper, more meaningful connection. Because that's what really builds something that lasts. It's about creating memories together, whether you're trying a new restaurant or just having an amazing conversation. It's also about being a little vulnerable, about being willing to share your real self. From start to finish, authenticity is what creates real trust and intimacy. So let's bring this all home. We've gone from the internal mindset all the way to the external actions and what it takes to build something real. What's the core philosophy you should walk away with? It really just comes down to these 4 key ideas. First, get really good at mastering your first 30 seconds. Second, Always be working on that inner confidence and authenticity. Third, learn the art of reading a room and making a graceful approach. And finally, always remember the goal is to deepen that connection through shared experiences. Ultimately, every single interaction you have is a new opportunity. Your first 30 seconds are a blank page. The only real question left is, what story will you tell?